So when you start skateboarding, the first trick that really makes you feel like a skateboarder is when you land your first kickflip. It's kind of like the first rung of the ladder in skateboarding. This is kind of like everybody's rite of passage. And even though people learn this trick early on, not very many people have it mastered. I feel like kickflips are notorious for being a trick that you learn and then struggle with for the rest of the time that you're skateboarding. And I know that's been the case for me. I've gone through peaks and valleys of my kickflips being really consistent and they feel like I'm in control, and then to right now where I feel like I can do kickflips, they just don't feel like I'm in the driver's seat. They feel like I'm kind of along for the ride. So to try and fix this, I was listening to the 9 Club, and Nyjah Huston talked about his kickflips and broke down kind of the secret to his kickflips that have brought him so much consistency and so much success with his kickflips over the years. Before we get into Nyjah Huston's kickflip secrets, if you do like these videos and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe and like. You can follow me on Instagram at @TheLocalJoe. Remember to make every single day a Friday if you want to get a Friday shirt. The link will be down below. Alright, so before we get into fixing our kickflips, I'm just going to do a quick warm-up and then we'll listen to what Nyjah Huston has to say about kickflips and then see if we can fix ours. By the way, so I just moved here. This is my local park, so if you skate here and you see me, just say, what up? Alright, so let's get into the kickflip. First, I just want to hear what Nyjah Huston has to say about his kickflip. So let's play the clip right here.
I flick into stuff with my foot pretty far off the board, and it's a really small, it's like a small, quick, precise kickflip. That's one of the main reasons I've had so much success and flipping into shit in general and being so consistent with it is because the way I kickflip, it's just very consistent. It's every time it's the same flick. Where I feel like a lot of people, most people flick with their board, with their foot more on the board. So there's more chance of something kind of catching wrong.
So essentially Nyjah Huston's foot placement for a kickflip is a lot like what you would see a kid do. You're hanging the heel off a lot and just barely the toe is on the board, and then you just flick straight. And his foot is really close to the bolt, so it's just not a lot can go wrong. He pretty much is right in the position where he can just pop and flick and catch. There's not a whole lot of movement, not a whole lot of extra stuff in there. It's just very simple and compact. Whereas for me, I put my foot way down, not quite to the middle of the board, but I drop it down a few inches behind the bolt. And I scoot it over so my toes are closer to the toe edge. My heel doesn't hang off as much as Nyjah Huston's does. So that's basically the adjustment that I'm gonna be trying to apply to my kickflips today. First, we're gonna just try it on flat and do some kickflips. And then we're gonna kickflip off this little mani pad. And then we're gonna kickflip up it and then kickflip the step up. And then I'll come back and let you know what I think, whether or not making this small adjustment is actually beneficial for your kickflips. Or at least how it affected me and my personal experience. Okay, let's get to kickflipping. Okay, so I'll be honest, I had a very difficult time doing that position, keeping my feet, well, my front foot dangling my heel like that. I really like to put my foot on the board to give me stability. So that was a really hard adjustment, and that's a habit that I'm not sure I can actually brake without really like deconstructing my kickflips and taking a lot of steps back before going forward. But basically what I noticed by trying this foot position is the speed or the time that it takes to get from the foot position where your foot starts to the nose to where your foot needs to flick. So by scooting my foot forward, I was able to flick off the nose a lot better and a lot easier. And so when I did switch back to my kickflip position, I felt like I had a better feel for where I needed to flick off the nose, and it did actually help make my kickflips more consistent. So in the future, I think if I'm struggling with my kickflip, I'm just going to scoot my foot up like right next to the bolts and do it like Nyjah Huston, just to get that feel of flicking off the right area and just force myself to do a few of those, and then after that kind of let my foot go where it naturally wants to go. But practicing like that, I feel like helps you get the feeling for what a compact, simple, consistent kickflip feels like, and then you can apply that feeling to how you normally do your kickflip. So stoked I was able to get that kickflip up the ledge. That took a really long time. I wasn't sure it was gonna happen. I think it just barely cleared, but yeah, good enough for me. It's definitely improvement, but we still got some time, so let's go ahead and get some more tricks at this park. Alright guys, I really appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you want to see more videos just like this one, make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications. I try and post 5 to 6 a week. I've been slacking a little bit because I moved here to St. George over the weekend, so I was not really posting anything, but we're back at it. We just broke 5,000 subscribers this morning, so thank you everybody for subscribing, for supporting me. Remember to make every single day a Friday, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.